Okay, so defense rialto. What I would want to do here is goats, regular goats here. Dotes maybe. Alright, I have to stop focusing on the recording and just think. So here we have cart, goes through here, pretty big choke right here, that can be going around like that, going around like this, into an even smaller choke. So basically here, Goats does pretty well because Lucio and Diva can contest this high ground, which is actually a really good high ground. And Ryan can avoid all damage from this high ground. So this high ground, that high ground, right, which is technically still this high ground, because when you control this, when you control this with Lucio Diva, you can control this as well. This one is a little bit harder to contest, but Ryan can pretty much stay out of all damage from those. And if they have two snipers on there, Tarzan can pressure him. Can pressure them. We can stay here, wait for the charge right here, and it's not that bad. So let me just write this down real quick. We also play here because is this better? If they're on goats, we should contest here. If they're on goats, we should contest on this card. If they're on Bastion, we should also contest it right here. If they're on anything that can't spam us from high ground, why am I getting artifacts? I need a new GPU. If they're on anything that can't spam us from these high grounds, then we should basically either hide in here and kill them, or from right here. It's probably better to hide in here and then just go right on them, or play here and around these corners. This is probably safer to play around these corners because then we can just back up with speed boost back here. This is the optimal spot to be in as goats, I think. I think goats is probably overall better for this point, but the value that you can get from shatter. How do I press that thing? Whatever. The value you can get from shatter on this point is pretty huge. It's very big. There's not much map geometry to block your shatter, and the cart doesn't block it on this map. I don't think the cart ever blocks it, but the cart doesn't block it. Alright, let me write this down. Goats or dotes. We play for the objective, right? That's why we're playing goats, right? We play for this card. And we just out-survive everything that's on this card with our rapidly increasing damage output with Zarya.
Blazing a bucket!
Okay. The guard comes up around here. They have, I don't know, double sniper, Rein Zarya. No one would ever play this, but if they have double sniper, Rein Zarya, maybe Diva. I wouldn't have that, would they? Double sniper, Rein Zarya, Zen, Ana. We can swing here, right? When the cart gets here, we can push in a little bit until this. No, we don't really want to do that, do we? The Hanses and Widow here. We want to. Right. Versus any sniper comp. We play here. Play right here. We wait for the enemy Rein or whatever we have to come right here. If anybody comes right here, we have a bubble charge, goes right to this wall. Our Rein backs up with shield or swings, goes back to this corner again. When we play this corner, our Zen has to be here or here. Our Zen can be in here. No, that wouldn't work either. Our Zen has to be here. So that, yeah, right. Our Zen has to be here. He can be rotated with Lucio, either to high ground this way. Not the smartest. Maybe if they're on goats, that might be good. Probably not though. Or, so Zen starts here. Zen can be rotated into this room here, which is pretty good. Has a lot of good cover from this snipe angle, unless you're there, of course. And also has a pretty good overview of this fight area. He can also back up from here to here, which has a lot of good dive cover. And which also has not much sight lines except for that one. And if the Widow ever gets around that corner. So our win condition versus that particular comp, versus a Rein Zarya double sniper, would be to beat up the tanks on the neutral, just completely vaporize. the Rhine actually, and then to contest. I'm sorry. After we're done with this, we can send Lucio to high ground. Lucio and Diva to high ground to contest these snipers. Push them back. Finish the Zarya. Maybe get a pick. As this Ana or Zen are walking away. It's not to get their healers, right? Because we can't push into their backline as Rhine, Zarya, Diva, Lucio, with our Zen in the back, just left alone here. Because their snipers just have more sightlines on us if we push into here. So that's why we would do that. The condition I've already explained. Not too bad. Okay, cool. Let me just write that down real quick. Right, so not assuming comp. Not assuming comp. What are we doing? We are goats, so we're going to fight here, right? If we need to, right? Whoa, that's weird.
라이징 피스트. 파멸의 일격. 라이징 아파켓. 파멸.
Oh shit, that was crazy. I actually got height right there. That was dope. I got a lot of height actually. Alright, this is second point. This is second point. Diva bombs are great here. This is not a place to hold ever, really. This offers really nothing as far as I know. These boats are interesting, but I don't think that they're, I don't know, there's definitely a way to use them, but we're on goats. The enemy gains a clear advantage when they take this high ground from us. Both because they can take two different angles, like this. Those are two completely opposite angles on basically where we would want to hold. And also because they can just they can just drop on us, right? Right. So if they're goats, if they're double sniper, if they're multi DPS, we don't want them to take the high ground. So we defend as goats on this high ground. Supports stay here. They can back to here. They can back to here. Play this sightline. Weak fight, they can play this sightline. They can play this sightline. We defend with you right here. They come through on the cart to here. We're spamming, we're spamming, we're spamming, we're doing. We can drop on them here.
리알토에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
Okay. So, point 2. Holding here. We want to drop down on the enemy here. And start swinging. We get ult charge. And then play here. Our supports can rotate from here, possibly to top of here, if they're playing aggressive, if they're playing passively, or if they're in danger, they can play in here. Basically, on this point, we want to be less aggressive than we were on first point. First point, we want to be playing very aggressive. At this point, we want to be playing less aggressive because we don't have much charge angles. We can charge here. We can charge like here. That's pretty much it. We can't charge here, any of these pillars, because if you get booped, you're going right into the water. And we need to conserve cooldowns for the fight on this one. We need to get a clear win condition. The Discord on the Rhine, we need to get that clearly applied and have an ability advantage before we full engage. I think Zen could probably play here too. We're fighting there. Most teams will have ults coming into this. Good grab bomb spot right here. If you can grab them on this side of the ledge, then the shield is down here, or the shield is up here. Doesn't always get, doesn't always work like that, but sometimes you can get a nice bomb that detonates right here, or right here, and it will kill half the team either on this side or on this side. It's a hard bomb to actually send though, because this ceiling is actually pretty low. So let me see how high the ceiling is. Oh, it's actually high. Okay, so you just send it right up, probably at about, what's that? Very high, like higher than 10 meters. You probably want to not do, I don't know, I would have to practice it. But it's probably less than half boosters. Less than half of boosters, and it's probably would hit here. Not that big of a deal. That's a pretty good grab bomb spot. This is not that great for everything else. Here to here, not that great. This should be fine for a good grab bomb spot, because you can do the same thing. Grab them on this light post. Half of them will be on here, and you might even get someone like right up here. You know. And then you could just put the bomb right here, which is exactly 10 meters pretty much. So that should be really easy if you just do. I forget what the timing is, but it's pretty easy to get a bomb 10 meters off the ground, rather than this, like, I don't know, 15. I don't know, whatever. Good for that. And then this is a good place, an easy place to shatter here, like here to here, but it's hard to get enough people because usually people will be stuck behind here. If you have the follow-up from Zarya and they will not have a shield when you shatter, then you should probably get something here. You just want to be careful of a Diva. You want to be careful of a like a Diva Zen Ana over here after the shatter. They might be able to keep people alive and everything. I think a better shatter spot is here, because the cart comes here and they can't see much. They can also be shattered there, because it would just go like this. The shatter would just go like that. And yeah, that's pretty good. So what we want to be careful of on ults. Well, let me just be more general here, because this is kind of weird. But what do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish here? We want to accomplish passive aggressiveness that... Wait, this is aggression. Yeah, this is aggression. We want to accomplish aggressiveness that focuses on stopping the point here before it gets to here. If it does get to here, that's fine. It's just we have less of a control over these high grounds. 0.3. Fuck, I'm so tired. Alright. I guess I'm just gonna play. Fuck. 0.3. Pick cap this, right? We're right here. We are probably grouping. We're gonna group right here, right? That's a nice place to group, right? We have the option of playing this small high ground here, getting swings once the cart gets to here, because then we can swing onto their crowd here and not take break damage, possibly. We have the option of playing here or here. Sorry, here, depending on our regroup status. And what we want to do here is play passively. We want to play passively. We want to get our ults. We want to get our damage. Get that clear win condition before we go in. And use it with correct target focus. Once it gets to here, here we obviously have the great shatter spot here. We have a great grab spot anywhere in here. It's really solid place to grab. This is not that great. This is never really a place that Goats wants to be. On defense anyway. You're just too far away from the cart, and Why did I not know that there's a mega there? That's weird. Wait, is there usually a mega there? Let me just see this shit. Yeah, there is. Okay. Weird. We get to here. We have more shatter spots once the cart gets to here. We have less shatter spots when they're here because they can hide around the corners. We have stun shatter possibility. We have charge possibility, I guess. Yeah, basically once it gets into here, our goats has to play extremely aggressive. Once it gets into here, our goats has to play extremely aggressive. And our Zen has to be as protected as it can be in here. Or in here. We have to play off of the inherent advantage that aggressive goats is better than. I'm sorry, that the goats that swings first has the advantage because Reinhardt cleave damage is so powerful. Because our Break Inspire activated first is very powerful. And if they have to drop their shield to swing back at us, then we have a Discord target. That's pretty easy, I guess. I swap over to attack now.
리알토에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
갈등만 우리를
Attack.
진화시킨
First point,
라이징 아파켓.
we want to play die goats. We want to control high grounds. This one, that one, this one. With our Zen here. Bing, 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 bing. Our Zen can also go up the stairs and go here. Snipe. With Lucio, no, with Diva, then Diva here. Monkey spraying down on them. And back this way. Spray down on cart, and then
라이징
back up.
아파켓.
Spray down on cart. Jump back up. Backline is unsupported. Dead, you know. And then Czar Lucio on cart, right? So that's everybody, isn't it? Brig. Czar Lucio, Brig on cart. They will be doing damage here, not going too far in until Monkey can force a peel back, or maybe Diva Lucio. If their enemy, the enemy Diva Lucio come up here, we have a pretty clear advantage on our lower fight, and we will be the
라이징
Monkey ult
아파켓.
works pretty well on attack here because kill works pretty well on attack here because once you get the cart to here, you can split a goat's team. They're gonna often be fighting here or under here. You can split a goat's team by jumping here, booping everyone that's this way into your team this way, for an easy Discord kill. While the Zarya and Brig keep frontline. I'm sorry, while you take damage, for your Zarya and Brig to keep the frontline strong here. I guess your Zarya should probably be shooting the Discord presence too, actually. So your Brig keeps frontline here. Brig Lucio here, right? And then target focus goes on the boop to target. Monkey stops booping, right? Once we get him to here, of course. We don't want to boop it target around. And shit. Yeah, we don't want a target that we're trying to laser that's just getting booped. You know what I mean? For 30, what is it, 50, 30 damage? 30 damage every punch. Might actually I think these did destroyed. I thought those got destroyed, whatever. These do. Our win condition was that. Yep, what I just explained was our win conditions. So, controlling high grounds, getting damage, pressuring them as our backline, as our front line pushes cart. D.Va Winston acting as high ground control and as possibly as bait.
Blazing uppercut.
Heals. Feeling pretty good about that. Then we go to second point. Yeah, this part is where the Winston goats would struggle. Unless you can boot everyone off the point here, then you're not really getting that much value out of Winston at this particular point. You should be able to get an ult combo at full team fight here. How do we know we're hard countered on this side? How do we know we're hard countered on this side? Is Monkey is high ground is not a bait enough for them, and we are not able to coordinate a proper frontline attack when our Monkey goes in. So our Monkeys here, our Brig, Zarya, D.Va, Zen, everybody are not able to finish here because the Ryan's just pummeling them, which is a possibility. It should be able to be sort of thwarted by the Brig stun, Zen Discord, D.Va missiles sort of combo. That should be able to take out a good ride. Of course they have bubble, right? Because there's Arya probably here. They're on the right. We're also able to control these high grounds in case of snipers with Winston, so that should be good. At this point, we actually will switch.
Blazing uppercut.
We'll try drive goats for this point here. The reason we're gonna do that is we have more boop potential to boop them off this high ground. Still high ground contention. until the card gets to here, in which case we are pretty much just fighting Ryan B. Winston. We're just fighting Ryan B. Winston. Ryan will just always win at this point. We might be able to get an easier combo with the Winston on this part, because he creates a little bit more chaos. So that's what we do here. We know that we're getting hard countered, obviously, once our Winston has to start fighting. We can also play quad DPS ball here. The reason for that is we can get multiple different angles. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the ball can also swing in from Outer Mongolia, slam right here, and then slam basically right here, and then all 4 angles can actually can attack this slam target. The other thing being we can boot people off background here. I'd actually like to look at the comp that I played against yesterday. It was actually I don't know if it was with you guys. It was with you guys. Which was actually a quad DPS with Lucio instead of Mercy. And I'd like us to use this Lucio for boot potentially. Just, here, boot here. And then we can execute the combo here, where the ball calls the engage with the slam, and then Genji or Hanzo. Probably Genji would want to shoot from there. Hanzo can shoot from here. Widow can shoot from either of those. And Tracer or Soldier. Soldier can be there. Tracer can be here. Something like that. Do this. I don't know. I think he actually has a pretty good amount of mobility using this spot, so we could play him as well. So he has. So that might be actually a little better hero to play rather than Lucio. I wouldn't play Soldier if they have goats. I wouldn't play Doomfist if they had like Aura. And I wouldn't play Widow. I would pretty much always, well, I wouldn't play Widow on this point most of the time actually, because the sight lines aren't really long enough. I would definitely play Tracer even against goats on this point. I'd probably, my optimal quad DPS here would be Doomfist, Genji, Sombra, and Tracer. Or Genji, Hanzo. Actually, Hanzo should definitely be in there. Genji, Hanzo, Soldier, and Tracer. Genji, Hanzo, Soldier, and Sombra. Doomfist, Hanzo, Soldier, and Sombra. Using the Doomfist as a dive hero. And a looper. You can also do this. Wait, why wasn't that? Yeah, so that's a pretty good comp for this. I think we might want to try it. Especially in this sort of wide open area. Once we get the card past the stairs, it actually should be all right. The only thing is that Goat's ults are very effective on this. Like very effective anywhere in here. Actually, anywhere in here or here goats' ults are sort of very effective. So we should use our ults in this. And we actually thrive better in this sort of tight space because we can really focus a lot of damage.
Blazing uppercut.
And we can really, you know, create a lot of chaos if we're completely surrounded. And also, eventually, boom, 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 and boom. Yeah, this Tracer can play around this mini. Like this, or play around this. Soldier can play around here. Hanzo can play up there.
Blazing uppercut.
So third point, we would switch back to goats. No real reason to play dive goats here, because once we get into the end, it's just goats would work best. We have to play points, we have to play aggressively, and dive and multiple DPS shouldn't work super well here. GT2 can work pretty well on this point. Like a Reinzar, Hanzo, Hanzo and Doomfist, I guess. I don't know why we play Doomfist, but I'd probably play McCree over Doomfist there. But you might play that. If you have a good Doomfist player. So the plan is to play passively until we can take this space to get to here, right? So we're pushing cart, we're playing passively using cart as our cover, so we get like right here basically. And then we're gonna try to take space, try to play aggressively until we push them into this. Get more card space, and then play aggressively once we get this. Every goat's player has to play aggressively in this space. The only reason that we wouldn't do that is if they're taking multiple angles on us like this. You have like a, I don't know what's a good survivable hero here. Fucking, I don't know, Zarya or something here. And Zen here. Like a Brigand Rhine on this side or something. I don't know. If they're taking crazy angles on us, we would play a little bit passively, or we would go around this side. Go around that side. And then yeah, just play aggressively all the way into here. The reason we would play 2-2-2 over goats here if their Ryan is just pummeling us in the neutral and we're not coordinating abilities correctly, then we could switch to 2-2-2 and we could have a little bit more shield pressure. We can have a little bit more Rhine pressure with a Doomfist Hanzo and with a McCree. So that's kind of what I was thinking.